3rd and goal at the 10 with the 14th play of the drive. Freeman was in. Mills, look out, knocked away. Dunlap swatted the ball with Dana coming from behind. Messy pocket, and the Chiefs pressured it well. 4th and goal.
Well, double receivers to both sides, and you just go 3-on-2, 3-on-2. You got to pick a side. You got to hang on to it. Texans lucky this ball doesn't get up in the air to where it can be intercepted. Instead, now they're going to have an opportunity to tie things up.
Second consecutive batted ball today by the angular Carlos Dunlap. Here is a 29-yard field goal try. Kaimi for Barron. We are tied at 24 with 5:11 to go. Flag on the play. Two straight scores by the Texans. Let's see what the call is.
There's no foul on the play. The result of the play is a successful field goal.
They picked up another flag earlier, too, on a drop by Watson earlier in the game. Well, as you can see by those pictures, a lot of Chiefs fans here in Houston today. And surprised like all of us, tied at 24. But the Texans have put together a second consecutive terrific effort against an elite team in the league in the ensuing kickoff after the 29-yard game-time field goal. Pacheco at the 6, and here he comes. Looked like Hairston got him, the linebacker or the fullback, with the hit. 17-yard return. Stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars, time permitting. So here comes Patrick Mahomes. Trent, 13 consecutive completions, a new career high. He takes his team out there with the 1st and 10, the first time he has played as a pro in his home state from his 23. And tied at 24. Pacheco in the backfield in the call. Cut inside, Wiley a block, and he squirms his way and hit by Harris and works to about the 28 on a gain of 4 for the rookie out of Rutgers.
Well, and that's what the Chiefs have to understand. You have all 3 timeouts. It's just under 5 minutes left in this game. You need to be smart, make good decisions, secure the football, and get yourself into position. So, number one, what you'd like to do is get points, obviously, and take the lead. But you'd also like to use up some time so you're not leaving the Texans with any time to go down and try and respond.
2nd down, and a long 5 to go. Pacheco again, 1 misses, looks for a block. He got one inside from Humphrey, and he drags a defender. M.J. Stewart out to the 38, pickup of 9, and a flag, another one.
Well, and it was a late flag, Kevin. It came flying in, and a lot of discussion to try and get this thing cleared up.
Like I said, they picked up 2, 1 on a pass to Watson
there's
early.
No foul on the play.
That's the 3rd one they picked up.
He goes, well, okay, there's no foul on the play. There we go. Well, hey, it's about getting it right. So if they get together, they talk about it. One guy says, hey, I saw this, and the others come in and say, no, that didn't happen. The bottom line is trying to get it right.
Mahomes today, a 5-yard touchdown run himself. 3-yard laser thrown to Valdez-Scantling. And he had a catch and run out of the backfield to McKinnon for a touchdown. 1st and 10. 3 timeouts to the air. And caught. Kelsey grabbed in the play by Kirksey. Squats at the 45 and gains 7.
Well, 7 targets, 7 receptions. The numbers that he keeps putting up, he's just finding creases in the zone. Closing in on another 100-yard day. It's just the 2 of them. Sometimes I'm not even sure if they call a route. I think they just tell him, hey, you go up there and just try and find the window, and I'm going to keep my eyes on you and hit you between the numbers. Great connection between those 2.
2nd down 3, Pacheco looking for a block, and he cuts outside, and Redwell, nice tackle, Tremon Smith. But close to the 1st down, wheeling his way, it looks like, to the 48. Yep, they're going to give him the first down near the 49.
Well, that's where his forward progress was, and that's where they're going to mark the football. I thought right at the end he almost went backwards to try and get around the defender. So since he went backwards, whether or not they were going to mark it there, but they gave him forward progress, which was enough for the first down.
Kelsey back in. Kelsey has not caught a touchdown pass in 3 games. 1st and 10. McKinnon. Finally a block. And he'll submarine into the grasp of Roy Lopez and pick up 2 to the 49 of the Texans.
Well, and if you think you're trying to use up the time and get as close as you can, you're going to let this wind down to the 2-minute warning. If the Texans aren't going to use the timeout and try and save some time, if you're the Chiefs, you just let it wind down, maybe hustle up to the line right at the end and do a hard count or something to try and get an easy 5 before that 2-minute warning.
Today, Mahomes 30 of 35 for 289, 2 touchdowns. Pacheco on the ground, 87 yards. Kelsey has caught 80 yards through the air. 2nd down and 8. 2-minute warning is here. And the Chiefs, who could win the division with the win today, are tied with the Texans on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, the network you deserve, the savings you want, and by Invisalign Aligners, transforming smiles, changing lives.
Chiefs came into this weekend tied for the best record in the AFC at 10-3. They had won 8 of 10. Texans come in with the worst record in the NFL, 11-1, 8 consecutive losses. But that score tells it all. 2-minute warning. Mahomes 2nd down and 8. A throw to Juju Smith-Schuster, who's drilled by Jonathan Owens inside the 45. Gain of 4. 3rd down coming up. Timeout taken. Each team had 3.
This was the Texans. Lovie Smith came out on the field. He's trying to stop some time here. So if they do get the ball back.
So the look at Mahomes, who comes into today, number 1 in yards, number 1 in touchdown passes. He's got 2. Mills and Driscoll have gone back and forth at the quarterback in that 2-pronged system, but Mills has had the 2 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown of 17 himself. They just scored, the Texans did, on a 29-yard field goal to tie it, but they had 1st and goal at the 9. They could not get in. The Chiefs defense held them out. 3rd and 4, Mahomes. Brown the block at the left tackle. Tooney the block at the guard. Mahomes on the run. The pump fake. The block. The 40. And down to the 31. Got a block downfield from Justin Watson. And he swerves for 14 yards. And a 1st down for the Chiefs.
Texans decide to bring pressure. It looks like they were trying to have a spy on Mahomes, and the spy got caught up in the wash. Watch Harris. It looks like Harris is trying to keep with him, but then Harris decides to blitz himself, and when he decides to blitz, there's nobody else for Mahomes. So he's able to take off, get out in space, and get it close to the 30-yard line.
Last week, the Chiefs were in Denver. The Broncos scored their most points of the season against this Kansas City defense, 28 points. Today, the Texans have matched their season high of 24. McKinnon the back. 1st and 10. Chiefs 3 timeouts. And McKinnon got hit once, slowing him down, Christian Harris. And brought down about the 34, loses 2 on the play. And a timeout taken. So this pass right before halftime to Valdez-Scantling was a beauty for the Chiefs. But then Akins, the tight end, caught that 13-yarder for Mills. And then Mahomes from 5 yards away gallops in for the touchdown. And then the field goal moments ago by the Texans on a long drive. And that ties the game at 24. And Mahomes in his 12 career game-winning drives, most of them pretty well known. The last one was in Week 11 at the Chargers on Sunday night.
Well, now the Texans have used up all 3 of their timeouts. The Chiefs still have all 3 of theirs. This is well within Harrison Butker's range, but you have to remember he's got 4 missed field goals on the season. He missed an extra point earlier in this game, but he definitely has the leg to make it from here.
Pacheco is in. Fake Mahomes. And taken down by Hughes, sliding at the 32 on a gain of 2 for the Kansas City quarterback. Stay tuned for the NFL Today update coming up next, delivered by Little Caesars, time permitting. 3rd and 11 as Butker prepares.
Well, and they're letting the clock work down here. They realize that I don't see them throwing the football here, knowing that they can't, that the Texans can't stop the clock.
McKinnon joins his quarterback on a 3rd and 11.
Maybe a screen or a quick throw, but that's about it.
10th play of the drive coming up. Crown the block at the left tackle. McKinnon getting the block from Tooney, and down he goes. Hit by a couple, including Tavier Thomas. There's no gain on the play.
Well, and they tried the quick screen out to the left, and it just wasn't there. The Texans were thinking the same thing and went to man coverage and slid everybody over in that direction. So it's going to come down to a Butker kick, but there will be some time left. It looks like about a 10-second difference. So not a lot of time left for the Texans to try and do something with that 10 seconds.
It will be about a 51-yard field goal try by Harrison Butker, who missed a PAT earlier in the game near halftime.
First charge.
And this is it. He has missed 4 field goals this season. He has never missed more than 4 field goals in his 6 years. So being indoors, there's not a single element to work with except the pressure of giving his team a lead with 12 seconds to go.
Well, and he's made one over 60, so he definitely has the leg.
Towns in the hold. Winchester the snap. 51 yards for the lead. No good.
An unsuccessful field goal.
His 5th miss this season.
Well, and you can see there was plenty of distance. It just didn't draw in. It stayed out to the right. And never had that little draw where it comes back in. Well, within his range, that thing could have gone 65. Texans just going to take a knee here.
They need about 20 yards, the Texans do, to get in field goal range, but you can see they're going to go to a knee and take it to OT. So for our new audience that joined us, you joined us at the right time. And a lot of surprising games this weekend, and this game would follow suit.
It definitely would. Coming into this, as we've mentioned throughout the day, the Texans come into it losing 8 games in a row. They had a tough game a week ago against Dallas where they had the lead late in the 4th quarter. Ended up losing that, and the Chiefs had a big win against division rival Denver last week. Started off up 27-0, let them back in the game, but were able to hang on and get that win. Chiefs playing for a lot today. If they win the division and back in the playoffs. The Texans just playing for pride right now.
Former Texan Justin Reed is out there for the Chiefs.
Overtime period of up to 10 minutes. It is sudden death unless the first possession ends in a field goal, at which time the opponent will have an opportunity to possess. 4th quarter timing rules are in effect. Each team gets 2 timeouts, and all of the reviews will be initiated by the replay official in the booth. Kansas City gets to call the toss. Tails. There's heads. There's tails. He's called tails. It is tails. You've won the toss. You all want the ball. Kansas City gets the ball first this end of the field. Good luck, gentlemen.
As Trent just said, the Chiefs with the win will win the division for a 7th consecutive year. Mahomes, a brilliant day, 32 of 37, 292 with 2 touchdowns through the air and a rushing touchdown himself. Pacheco is back. Fairbairn with the kickoff. Returnable. And from the 3. And Pacheco grabbed by Hewitt. Gain of 20, flag thrown back at the 17-yard line.
During the return, holding number 83, return team. half the distance to the goal, first down.
That is the 10th penalty on the Chiefs, and that ties a season high.
You'll see Gray 83. He's the one called in the hold here. Kevin, how do we get to this point, right? It's 24 all. This game's tied, yet you look at the stats, and the Chiefs have more than double the yardage total of the Texans, but it comes down to turnovers, where they're -2, the Chiefs are. The Texans have converted that into 14 points, and then 100-yard penalties for the Chiefs.
Mahomes 1st and 10. He's got Juju Smith-Schuster with a dive and a fall, and he's out to the 28-yard line of the Chiefs. 19-yard pickup on the throw by Mahomes, and he's over 300 for the day. A first down for Kansas City.
The connection between these two all day has been impressive. We talked to Andy Reid, and he said that when it happened, when all of a sudden the new receiving corps comes in, the work that they did in the offseason to get on the same page, and Patrick said it's made him a better quarterback because he works the full field now.
1st and 10, Mahomes, 18th consecutive completion. Kelsey this time spinning into the tackle of Jonathan Owens. He's outside the 35 on a gain of 7.
Did you say 18 consecutive?
18 in a row. 18 by Mahomes. 318 through the air. On 39 throws, he's completed 34.
Well, how about the fact Smith-Schuster, 10 targets, 10 catches. Kelsey, 8 targets,
Amazing.
8 catches. McKinnon, 8 targets, 8 catches. The ball's not hitting the ground.
Pacheco on a 2nd and 3 is the running back. The handoff. And the block and the dig, and he's out to the 37, picking up 2 and shy of a first down by a yard. 3rd and 1 has been the Chiefs' Achilles heel this season. They're converting an NFL low 44% on that particular situation.
Which is
3rd and 1.
Which is strange because they're the number 1 third down offense in the league, but yet at 3rd and 1, they've had their issues. Big down here for the Texans defense.
The Chiefs have also passed the ball more than any other team in the NFL on 3rd and 1. They've thrown it 12 times. 3rd and 1 here. Timeout. Conversation with Reid and Mahomes coming up. Next game, it's game 2 of our national doubleheader featuring heavy playoff implications. When the Bengals go on the road to take on the Buccaneers, the Titans will be taking on the Chargers. That is today, coming up next on CBS. Lovie Smith, first full year as a head coach here, took over on an interim basis last year. Team with the worst record has pushed 2 of the best teams in the NFL 2 consecutive weeks. McKinnon the back, 3rd and 1. Mahomes, Kelsey, here he goes, looking for a block, and Juju Smith-Schuster provides it. Not out of bounds he goes, ushered out by Petrie. Kelsey, a catch and run of 14 yards. And he's got the ball to the 49 of Houston.
Kelsey with a return motion ends up on the other side. He sneaks behind the line of scrimmage, and nobody accounts for him. Of all the people on 3rd down, you got to know where Travis Kelsey is, and he sneaks out in that flat for an easy completion and gets it across the 50-yard line.
We've had 3 lead changes in this game. Houston led a lot of the first half. It's a 1st and 10 and a McKinnon run with a Brown block and a tackle made by Stewart, a gain of a couple on the play. If the Chiefs win, for the audience just joining us, they'll capture their 7th consecutive AFC Western Division title. They come in 10-3, having won 8 of 10. The Texans have the worst record in the NFL at 11-1. They've lost 8 in a row. But remember, the Texans pushed the Cowboys last week. And the Chiefs had to hold off a game in Denver against the Broncos. 2nd down 8. Mahomes, Tooney the block. Underneath, it's Kelsey to the 43 on a gain of 4. Kelsey became the 4th all-time leading tight end receiver earlier in the game. Kirksey makes the stop.
Well, and the Chiefs, when you see what happened last night with the Bills getting that win, they need to keep pace with the Bills. The Bills have the tiebreaker, but because of that win, the Chiefs need to win to keep it in that same position to try and secure the #1 spot. So first off, you're trying to win the game to win the division and secure a playoff spot. But the next step is to try and get that first-round bye and get that #1 seed away from the Buffalo Bills.
Kelsey comes out. Gray comes in. McKinnon the back. Here comes Mahomes. 3rd and 4. Held and grabbed and sacked by Cashman. Oh, what a play. Back to the 45. Second sack by the Texans defense and the veteran Blake Cashman, the former Jet, a loss of 12.
If there was just a little bit of time, he's trying to get Watson. Watch Watson as he's working across the field going deep. If there's any amount of time, watch the separation Watson gets. Because Mahomes is pressured right away, he can't secure that and look to the outside to make sure there's not a corner or safety rolling over the top.
Tommy Townsend, one of the best in the NFL. And King is under it and fair caught on the fly at the 13 on a 42-yard punt. Townsend is number 1 in net, number 2 in gross. If you're just joining us, this has been our story today. Mills finding his tight end Akins. And that gave him a 21-16 lead, and the Chiefs responded on a 5-yard touchdown run by Mahomes. And then the missed field goal that could have won it for the Chiefs from 51 by Harrison Butker, who earlier missed an extra point. That brings us to right now.
And Kevin, any points in the game's over. Texans still need to be smart with the football all day long. They've done a good job. No turnovers.
Mills blocked by Ogunbowale, and here's the only fumbled the ball. It's loose. It's loose at the 27.
I think they got it back.
Like the Texans have jumped on the ball.
They look like 3 Chiefs had a chance to get it, and 1 Texan came diving in there.
Well, Gay's got the ball.
He's got the ball, but are they going to say, look, there's a big discussion there. So are they going to say Texans had the ball and Gay took it away from him?
Oh,
no,
the
they're going to say
Chiefs have gotten the ball.
Early on the field, there's a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Kansas City.
The field has ruled it's the Chiefs' ball. Of course, those will be reviewed. Just talked about protecting the football. Mills gets that chop. Frank Clark from behind chops it loose. You see who I thought dived in? I can't even tell who that is, but Gay down at the bottom, he's able to get it. Who comes diving in?
It looked like Ogunbowale, the running back, had jumped on it and grabbed it.
So watch, Ogunbowale jumps in. It looks like he has it, but I want you to watch Gay over here on the side. Watch the football over here.
Look, he took it right.
Yeah. He was able to pull it. It almost looked like between his legs he pulled it through.
Did.
So on review, it'll be interesting because it looks like Ogunbowale has the ball and Gay is able to pull it away from him.
Since both teams have now had the opportunity to possess the ball, the next score wins.
So are they going to review it to see?
Well, a change of possession is always...
Change of possession, it's always reviewed. So they're securing it. They're winding the clock.
All right, we'll check with Gene right after this. Mahomes has hit 20 consecutive passes. 36 of 41 for 336. He's got a 1st and 10. McKinnon, Brown a block. And a block will open up the door. The game is over. Touchdown run, McKinnon. The Chiefs have won. And they win the division.
This is the end.
Unbelievable.
Incredible effort by the Texans all day. The one mistake at the end cost them.
McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown today. He had 2 last week in Denver. Invaluable player with a swerve and a burst of 26 to win the game for the Chiefs, who go to 11-3 and win the division for the 7th consecutive year. Something only 3 teams have ever done in pro football history. And the Chiefs, the 4th time this season, they have overcome a 4th quarter deficit to win. Mahomes hit 20 consecutive passes to finish the game. with 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 by himself on the ground, and 336 yards. And the Chiefs have now won 9 of 11 and tied the Bills with the best record in the AFC. But looming is the Buffalo win over the Chiefs earlier this season. But they clinched the division for a 7th consecutive time. And for Mahomes, 5th in a row for him.
Well, this wasn't a perfect win, but it was the win they needed, and they were able to get it done in overtime for the 2nd time this year.
For Trent Green, Melanie Collins, Gene Steratore, Kevin Harlan saying happy holidays from Houston. Taking you to James Brown in New York for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars after these messages.